What the hell?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 secret signs used by WWE wrestlers during matches.
Roman trying to make it to Sammy. Cena begging for Owens. Okay. Slow.
For this list, we'll be counting down the industry signals and slang utilized by WWE wrestlers during a professional wrestling match. We'll be taking into account the participation of ring officials and staff as well. We realize that pro wrestlers are all trained differently, and not all of these signs may apply to all performers. However, all of these possess a history of use by at least a large subset of pro wrestlers within WWE. Number 10. Dictating the match. Every WWE matchup is different, with a particular ebb and flow. However, the traditional pro wrestling contest can often be defined by early offense from the babyface, i.e. the good guy.
On the apron now, Gargano taking flight to devastating effect.
As a result, it can often come down to the heel or bad guy to dictate the match from that point forward. This can be in the form of rest holds, low-impact maneuvers such as a sit-down head or chin lock, where both wrestlers can take a breather.
Remember the first night, Corey, we saw Jack Gallagher at the Cruiserweight Classic, the tournament this summer on the WWE Network?
Furthermore, it comes to the heel to indicate, either verbally or with a physical cue, that it's time for the face to make their triumphant comeback. In other words, the performance of a wrestling superhero is often only as good as their villainous rogues gallery.
With a chic and rams into the top turnbuckle.
Number 9. Receipts. Have you ever been watching a WWE match and thought to yourself, damn, that looked like it hurts? That could be because it potentially did.
Must have got an adrenaline dump there. Look at this. This is getting ugly.
The wrestling business often uses the term potato to define a real, unworked strike or punch. These potatoes could occur for a number of reasons, including by accident, but other times they're what the industry calls receipts. This is when one wrestler might mess up a move on their opponent to the point where that opponent becomes angry.
Goes for the RKO, connects. Kofi Kingston jaw and face planted in the center of the ring. Orton is going to steal one. The Viper slithers.
Said receipt is doled out as if to say, hey, watch it, or take it down a notch. Even a cursory glance back at wrestling history will likely turn up enough potatoes to grow a testosterone-fueled vegetable garden. Number 8. The importance of announcers. The referees are a well-documented source of safety and knowledge to all performers within the WWE ring. However, those striped officials aren't the only line of communication between the squared circle and producers behind the curtain. Ring announcers, commentators, or even timekeepers have been known to communicate to referees from outside the ring.
Shawn Michaels inadvertently just kicked our timekeeper.
It is true that all refs often wear earpieces for communication, but this isn't always the case. As a result, the tip of a cap or a gesture with a pen or pencil can subtly communicate to a referee that a match is going long, a commercial break is about to end, or just about anything else.
Well, that's Ricochet's real-life girlfriend, ring announcer Samantha Irvin.
Number 7. Hooking the leg. This pro wrestling secret is admittedly from a bygone era, and not one that's in practice anymore. This is due in part to just how fast-paced and technical the industry has become over the years.
Rollins isn't gonna punch his ticket.
Oh, beautiful splash. One. That is going to wrestle. Oh, no.
However, WWE matches during the 1980s occasionally utilized a maneuver that many modern wrestling fans take for granted: hooking the leg. Do you remember when WWF commentator Gorilla Monsoon would continually admonish wrestlers for not doing this during a match? Well, there was actually a method to their madness.
Hulk Hogan, he drops a big leg on him. He's down for the cover. Hook the leg. 1, 2. He got him.
This is because the hooking of the leg was often a sign that the match was over. We see it all the time today, but at one point, it would sometimes serve as the go-home move for the victor.
But alive!
Number 6. Spot calling. This is another pro wrestling tactic that's not largely employed anymore, with one glaring exception. Yeah, WWE fans are likely quite familiar with John Cena's penchant for audibly calling out spots or moves during a match. WWE matches are predetermined, with some wrestlers going so far as to meticulously plan out their ring roadmap for the night.
Triple H cannot believe it.
Side slam.
How do you get his shoulder up?
Others may communicate quietly during a rest hold or while in the corner turnbuckle.
Our women's champion putting on a clinic. Out of the way,
Knocking
Billy.
the heads off of them all.
Oh, down goes Billy Kay.
Not Big Match John, however. The face that runs the place can often be heard shouting out for clotheslines or what have you, essentially improvising on the fly with his opponents.
Roman trying to make it to Sammy. Cena begging for Owens. Okay. Slow.
Number 5. The hot tag. Have you ever wondered how a tag team match can conjure up that moment of excitement when both wrestlers tag in their respective partners at the exact same time? Well, there's a method to that magic, although it sometimes differs depending on the wrestler.
He wants a shot at the WWE title. Oh, look out. Grandmaster on the top rope. And the tag team champions.
Historically, however, tag team wrestlers will often extend their arm palm down if they're not expecting the tag. Then, when it's time to switch, they will turn their palms up. This doesn't happen all the time, of course, but it works very well as a means to communicate such a time-sensitive spot as the double hot tag.
Here comes his brother Goldust. The bizarre one. Goldust uploading.
Come on.
I'm gonna tell you something. These guys, Goldust and Cody Rhodes, they can hang with the Shield.
Specifically, it allows the wrestlers in the ring, who do not have eyes on the back of their heads, confidence enough to make that leap into their corner.
Tags. Here comes Seth freaking Rollins. And Jey Uso's legal as well. And Rollins with a sling.
Number 4. Eye contact. An average wrestling match might contain a dozen or more near falls. Have you ever paid attention to the eyes of the wrestler being pinned, however? Oftentimes, they're looking directly at the referee.
Oh my God! New champion! 1, 2, oh!
This is not accidental. Communication occurs here, and it's a clear sign that this pin attempt is not going to be successful.
Oh no, not like this.
It will not be like this.
Now, what's your average match conclusion? You'll notice that oftentimes the losing wrestler is no longer gazing at the ref. Instead, their eyes are usually closed, glazed over, or staring at the lights on the ceiling. This means that it's time to go home and the match is over.
And Riddle disposes of Rollins.
No!
Yes!
Number 3. Squeezing the ref. We've mentioned referees a lot during this video, and that's definitely by design. They're a hugely important aspect of any wrestling match, WWE or otherwise. One way in which they keep things organized can be seen after a particularly high-impact or dangerous-looking sequence. Refs will often run towards a downed wrestler and grab their hands, searching for a squeeze. If that wrestler squeezes back, then they're okay, and the match can continue. Refs also occasionally squeeze the wrestler as a warning, such as when to expect a hit from behind or to brace for impact.
Rollins now making the climb to the top rope. WrestleMania on the line.
Rollins isn't gonna punch his ticket.
Number 2. Hand slaps. Slapping is a big part of professional wrestling. Wrestlers slap each other and even slap themselves in order to create an auditory illusion of impact during a move like a super kick.
The Usos even angrier.
Double super kick.
Oftentimes, however, the act of the slap serves as a communication. Randy Orton, for example, claps his hands together as a signal that he's about to hit his patented power slam.
WWE fans on each clothesline. Power slam.
When he doesn't clap his hands, that's a signal for his opponent to either counter or avoid the move. Elsewhere, the infamous DDT is often predicted by a slap on the back. Some wrestlers omit the slap for the same reason. The DDT is intended to be blocked or otherwise nullified.
There is no referee in sight. Yet this continues!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Big X. There can be a whole lot of confusion surrounding our number 1 secret sign. It's something no one ever wants to see, when the referee crosses their arms over their heads in the form of an X.
Watch this.
This is supposed to be the sign that a real injury has occurred, and the match might be shortened or even entirely called off.
And just getting her shoulder up at 2. Where's Martinez?
Mercedes Martinez completely glassy-eyed at this point.
Yet, there have also been moments when the WWE have used audience knowledge of this X in storyline terms. This blurs the line even more between fiction and reality, but there's no denying the Big X's historical reputation as a bad sign.
Hold on, covered, 2 in. That would be Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It's over. Yeah, an Oompa Loompa tag.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.